What's up everybody, this is Shubham Singh here, and today we are going to build a website called PlayUnion. The aim will be to create a website where game players and gaming teams can find players for them and players can find teams for them. I hope that makes sense. And the technologies that we are going to use in this project are Next.js and ReactJS for front end. ReactJS is a library and Next.js is a framework on top of that. And then is Node.js. Then we are going to use TypeScript in our project. And for styling, we are going to use TailwindCSS. And for authentication and session management, we are going to use AuthJS.dev. And the database will be MongoDB. So let's start by creating the project. First of all, let me open my project directory. So in work, projects, personal projects, Next.js. So this is the place where we are going to create our project. So let's open command prompt from here and then npx create next app at the rate latest, then the project name, and it will be called PlayUnion and with dash Next.js because it is a Next.js project. And now if I press enter, it will going to create the project. Need to install the following packages. Okay, we need to install this package. So let's proceed. Would you like to use the recommended in Next.js defaults? Let's customize settings. Would you like to use TypeScript? Yes, we are going to use TypeScript and ESLint. Would you like to use React compiler? Let's just say no. Would you like to use Tailwind CSS? Yes, we are going to use Tailwind CSS. Inside source directory, no. Would you like to use app router? Yes, we are going to use app router, not file based routing, because that is latest. App router is latest technology that Next.js recommends us. Would you like to use turbo pack? No. Would you like to create? No, this also. So now it's going to create the project. So let's wait. Okay, the project has been created successfully. Let's cd into the project. That is cd PlayUnion Next.js. And if we run command npm run dev, it should now be visitable in the browser. So let's open our browser and visit localhost colon 3000 and the website should be visible here. So it is now visible and the request has been made here and the page has been opened. So now let's create the git repository in PlayUnion Next.js folder. So let's go to the PlayUnion directory. So cd work, I think, then projects, then personal projects, then we have, okay, let's ls here. There is Next.js folder, cd into Next.js, then cd into PlayUnion, I think, yes. Let's first check if a git repository exists here with git status. Okay, we have a git repository initialized on branch master, changes not staged for commit. So we have tsconfig file modified. So if I run git diff head, then we are seeing a tsconfig file differences that the lib is updated from this to this and path has been added. So let's quit out of here and let's just open our project in Visual Studio Code. Okay, our project PlayUnion has been opened in Visual Studio Code. Let's clean up a little bit. So first we are going to clean up the home page. So we don't need all of this and let's delete this here and delete all of this also. We are simply going to return a div that will say this is home page. Simple. If I save, okay, it's now visible in the browser, it means it is working. The project has been successfully linked. And let's open our layout.tsx file. Okay, we need to clean up this also. Let's remove this. We don't need this, and let's also remove this. Then we have the metadata here. Title would be home page dash play union, and let's give it a description of a website to find video game players and teams. That is a simple description. Then we need to clean up this. We don't need this, and it is a simple. If I now save, the title should be updated. Okay, I need to zoom in a little bit for you. So where can I zoom it? Let's go to preferences, settings, and font size. It is currently 14. Let's go to 20 maybe. Okay, 20 is too much. Let's go to 18. Okay, it is now fine. We can change it later. And there is some error here. Cannot find module or type declarations for side effect. Actually, this globals.css import gives error in TypeScript. So to resolve this TypeScript error, we need to create a file called global.d.ts in the root and write declare. Let's copy this declare module this. So let's create the new file in our root called global.d.ts and paste this content here. So if I now save, and we need to do one more thing, add global.ts file inside tsconfig.json in the includes array. So let's go to tsconfig and we have include, and we need to add a new entry here, that is global.d.ts. Then we need to save and let's check the error if it okay, the error has gone. So our initial step is now complete. Let's also commit to our git repository. So let's go to git bash and type git add. Let's first git status. So we have modified app layout, app page, home page, and tsconfig file, and also untracked files. We have created a new file. So let's git add all of them, and we are seeing a warning in the working copy of app. LF will be replaced by CLF in next time git touches it. Okay, we can ignore this warning. So let's run git commit dash m, and what should be the commit message? So let's say clean up the project. So if I commit, okay, so the commit has been made. Let's check it by git status on master branch, nothing to commit. Okay, we are successfully committed, and let's see the log, git log one line. So we have commits, initial commit from create next app and clean up the project. And next we also need to put our PlayUnion Next.js project to GitHub. So let's do this by creating a new git repository. So let's create a new repository, called it PlayUnion Next.js, and add a description, a website for finding video game players and teams. Okay, that is simple. And for now I am going to keep it a private. I will change this to public when the project is finished, and that's all we need to do. So let's click on create repository. Okay, the project, okay, the repository has been created. And before pushing to GitHub, I need to also add a git ignore in our project. So let's add git ignore, git not git, actually touch dot git ignore file. Let's open this file in Visual Studio Code. So we have a git ignore here, and let's replace these contents with this content. This is Node.js projects git ignore directories and files that we need to ignore. If I save it, and let's do a commit also. Let's git status, we have modified git ignore untagged file next n.d.ts. Okay, that file is automatically created, I didn't create it. So let's commit git status. Let's first check git status, git add dot, and next we are going to commit git commit dash m, that is add git ignore let's let's say it like this: add git ignore file. Okay, we have successfully committed, and let's check git status on master branch. Nothing to git, and let's test git log one more time, and it's clean. So let's go to our GitHub repository and follow the instructions here. So first we need to add a remote here. So let me just copy the URL here and open our git bash. It is saying git remote add. Let's call our remote origin and paste the URL. Next we need to hit enter. Okay, git remote has been added. Let's check it by git remote -v. We have remote setup for fetch and push, that is origin. Next it is saying to rename our master branch to main branch because GitHub prefers main instead of master. So git branch dash capital M and call this main. Next we need to push our code git push and remote name origin. Then we need to push our main branch. If I now press enter, it is going to push the code. Okay, the code has been successfully pushed to GitHub. Let's refresh our repository. Okay, we are seeing our repository here. We have a main branch here and we added a git ignore file. We have 3 commits. Let's check it. First, the initial commit by create next app command. Next, the cleanup project, then a .git ignore file. So this was the initial setup that we need to do. Now we need to create our pages.